Om Madhura Sarala Vakvai Ishatattam Prakasya Kushagata Parisheshopi Ishaputro Amrituya Tamati Sayang Pavitrang Merijang Lokabandhung Parama Prema Murting Dinanathang Bhajamo Krishtayo Ishadutayo Ishadharma Pracharine Atma Tyaga Pradiptayo Sannashine Vainamo Namaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We bow down to Jesus Christ, whose sweet, simple message revealed the truth of God, who though crucified is immortal, the Son of God, who is purity incarnate, born of Mary, the friend of all, the Lord of the lowly, and supreme love personified. We salute Him, Jesus Christ, the messenger of God, who preached the message of the eternal Lord to the world, the renouncing monk, who is like a bright shining fire of self-sacrifice. We salute him again and again. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So today our topic is unconditional love of Christ as also our Holy Mother. Because this month it fell that Holy Mother's birthday and Christ's birthday all came in the same month. So we are trying to remember both of them in their own unique way. Now the topic is unconditional love. Love is the key of spirituality, and what we call God, God is only love. Pure love, unsmitten by any worldly thing. It is only love and unconditional love. So but we have to understand what is called conditional love and unconditional love. In our life, what we are familiar with, it is conditional love or one grade down, selfish love. One grade up, unconditional. So three stages of love or expression of love is there. What is the love? I love for myself. I love myself, my eating, my sleeping, my enjoyment, my fun, my everything, my. And I don't care for anyone. And I am happy with that. That is called the first state, selfish love. And people try to do that and find the inadequacy in that attempt long time. Then they turn into another type of love. I say, I love you, provided you love me. I give you this much, you give me this much. There is a calculation. And that is the normal love we call conditional love. And there is another love which is called unconditional. It is a pure love which does not think of what I am receiving, but what I can give. It is a pure love, and God's love is pure love. That's why unparalleled love goes to the condition of the person for whom he is thinking or she is thinking. Not in his own terms, but on the term of the person who is suffering, to take their load and suffering. So love, it is called the love for love's sake. So this is very rare, because in this world it's always the selfish love or conditional love. These are very common. In the pure spirit of mother's love, genuine mother, as we see in the world, so not only in the human and everywhere in the subhuman or in the plant, bird's life, animal life, you see the love of a genuine mother for the baby is unconditional. There we find the spark of the divine love which incarnations, avatars inherit by their natural way. The mother of the universe, Holy Mother Sarada Devi, has been depicted as that if you collect the motherly love from everyone all over the globe and collect it in one place and concentrate it more, and that can take a form, human form, that is Holy Mother Sarada Devi. It's a beautiful term, they said, Nikhilo Matri Hridayo Sagara Manthana Sudha Murati. That's mother's form is not a flesh and bone. Christ's form is not a flesh and bone. As we see it flesh and bone because of our material view, but real Christ is that concentrated love unbounded by any obstacle. Love flows unidirectional for the good of the child, for the good of the humanity. Their heart bleeds and they sacrifice everything. They sacrifice as the individual mother, when a baby is born, sacrifices herself, her all pleasure, her own needs and necessities for the baby, and don't expect anything from the baby. Baby cannot give in that state anything back to mother. But that unconditional one-way traffic, we call one-way traffic, one-way journey, unidirectional flow of love, and then the condition of the child, not on the condition of mother. So this is very rare in the world. That's why mother's love is, genuine mother's love is so much appreciated everywhere, in every human personality or in any place. So Christ and Buddhas are the incarnation of that love. And that love, if you add all the love of each heart, what is a pure love, unconditional love, add it together. See, God is, what is the definition? God is called Avataro when he comes down in the form of Christ, Buddha, Rama, Krishna. Holy Mother we are talking about, she is embodiment of that love. That will come to later on to understand. But why they come? God himself comes down. What is the necessity of God's coming down? Who wants to bear suffering and go through the sufferings of their own life and sacrificing themselves for the good of others, for relieving, redeeming and taking away all these pains and agonies of others? It is, Avatara concept is that God himself descends. Who is God? God who is the absolute Satchidananda, who creates this universe as God, the personalized aspect of that, Saguna Brahma in Vedanta we say, descends in its totality to remove these sufferings of humanity, to take away their sins we call. Sins means ignorance, the suffering, the pains and agonies which we go through. Christ said in one place, there's a very, Matthew said, in Matthew 11:28, says, Christ says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So first of all, he is welcoming all, no discrimination. Come unto me. Why? Because I am waiting for you. And who you will be coming to me? If you feel like life is burdensome, if you feel that life has so much suffering and pain, I want to get an exit from this and to attain to that state of perfect joy and bliss. So all here that labor and are heavy laden. And then that is the position. God calls us, but we do not respond because we are busy with our toys, and God is calling us. Only few can respond to that. But who can respond? They get free. It is a free distribution of love, unconditional love. Their heart becomes filled with joy and bliss when God accepts them. God accepting, but we have to respond. That is our part. But our major point is that His grace descends, and He comes down, or she. He, she words are very confusion all the time. In Vedanta, we cannot see he, she, it, or whatever. But that reality, whom we call God. So it is His call is there to. Holy Mother, parallelly we find, I am the mother of all. If anyone calls upon me as mother, I cannot refuse him. And she can grant anything and everything. We find that in the life of Holy Mother, and also this call is not a vague call. We find that His whole life demonstrated in this earth is a manifestation of that unconditional love. He gave, when God comes down, what happens? He gives a boosting to the universal psyche, so that that mind which is groping in darkness gets a boosting and moves towards a divine level of joy and peace. So, and He says, I cannot cast out, as Holy Mother said, anyone calls me mother, I cannot refuse him. And also Christ said, him that cometh unto me, I will no wise cast out. That means I will not refuse. Same message, language in two different places, happened in different time zone, but it is the unconditional love. He is saying that he who cometh, he who accepts, who he loves and comes closer, he said, I will no wise cast out. I will accept, I will give him the peace and solace. Our Gita suggests, Yameva Isha Upanishad says, Yameva Isha Brinute Tena Labha Tasya Isha Atma Bi Brinute Tanum Swam. Eternal message in the Upanishad says, Yameva Isha Brinute. When he accepts us or we accept him in return, only acceptance. When you are in suffering, if you call, as my Holy Mother said, if anyone, when you are in difficulties and suffering, always think that there is a mother for you. There is a who is to protect you, who is to guide you, who is to take care of you. So when Yameva Esha Brinute Teno Labha, he will be achieved, he will accept me, then he will be reaching me. And Tasya Isha Atma, for him this Atman, the spirit within, be Brinute. It is opened up and you find the eternal source of joy and bliss. And Bhagavad Gita also suggests that therefore what is our goal? Our goal should be accept him. His call is there, but to respond to that call. And Bhagavad Gita says, you keep your mind in me, just think of me. And if you do this, then you will attain whatever you want. And he says, Gita continues, that those devotees who keep themselves engaged and worship me and I will take care of his all sins. Aham tvang sarva papebhyo, all the sin, all the misdeeds, all the ignorance, I will wipe you out. Makshayasami, ma sucha. Don't worry about that. It is my responsibility. And then I will guide you in the right direction. In the life of Holy Mother, we always find that there are plenty of examples where her unconditional love flows, breaking all boundaries, whether social bondage or the religious bigotry or the condition of the prevailing societies restrictions. It crosses everything. Her love flows unconditionally. We find that Holy Mother talking about that lady who lost her child, and she came to Holy Mother and crying bitterly. And Mother unconditionally she becomes so united with the suffering of that lady, and she cried out much louder, as if it is her own son has passed away. And then such a situation has been created that she absorbed all the sufferings of that lady who is suffering from her loss of her child, and she became free from all this loss, and she became very happy, and Mother took away all the burden. So this is the condition of the incarnations. When they come down, they unconditionally take away, in split second they can take away our suffering. That story in the life of Christ, very important story, that one lady was considered that yes, she has done some adultery, and then she used to be stoned to death. And then see what a solution Christ gave. Yes, you can stone, but first take the stone in your hand and find out you have not committed any sin in your life. What a transformation. It is just not the words, but the spirit inside worked in the heart of the people, and they came back to their consciousness. That is called the grace of God, to awaken our consciousness, awaken our inner awareness that look at yourself before judging others. We judge everyone, but not me. I am all perfect. All fault is you. Here he is saying, first look here to correct yourself and see. Then everyone stopped and they got back to awareness. And what Christ said, your sins are redeemed. Don't commit sin anymore. Bas, finish. That's the unconditional love flow. And what a wonderful solution of today's problem in the society. We are seeing that everywhere it is happening. Always you are the cause of suffering. You are the bad guy. I am the good, best. I am spiritual. I am holier than thou. Always this goes on. Holy Mother says, my child, don't see fault with others. Try to see your own. No one is stranger, my child. They make the world your own. This is a call for uniting all of us into the level of that unity, in this diversity to unity in that holiness, unity in the touch of love, where it unite. How it will happen? Their life. Holy Mother used to say, I also used to see fault with others, because everyone has a faulty side. Who is perfect in this world? But I used to see those faults. But I cried to the Lord, oh Lord, please take away my fault-finding things. Take away this. These are all very important indications that they don't come just to live a life and just go away, but it creates a tremendous impact in our society and in our mind of all the seekers of the world, that try to find your own fault before you finding others' fault. Your others' fault always because I am seeing the others' fault, but I am not seeing my own fault. And making our mind polluted, we see the polluted world. If the mind is pure, in the child's mind, a baby's mind, is there any world, any bad world, good world? Baby is always happy. With anyone comes, is friend to anyone, because there is no evil in the mind of the baby. And we are adult, we have developed our ego, we have developed our fault finding attitude, and we always see the fault in others, never finding the fault in us. And that is the way, he says, try to make the whole world your own. What is this lesson? And this is the message for whole world. Try to make the whole world your own. No one is stranger, my child. We are all children of God. We see strange that you are stranger to me because my ego and my own mirror through which of my mind I look in the world. So to purify the mind, and that purification these avatars can, by touch they can do. We know the story of the Padma Vinod. I repeat it again and again. He was addicted to drinking, but he loved Holy Mother and won Mother's grace. And know that Mother, if she just glances, then my sin can be taken away, no? So he used to come in midnight, where Holy Mother used to live in Calcutta, and everyone is sleeping, but that person who is drunk didn't care for what is the time, 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or midnight, or 2 o'clock, no sense of that, and he will cry and shout, "Ma, open thy door, I come to salute you." And it went on like that, and so all other attendants, they were very not responding to this call of this Padma Vinod. But one day he came fully drunk and was singing a song, "Oh Mother, please open thy door. I was your child and I forgot you, and I started playing with the toys of the life, and I have done this mistake. So please open, no? I cannot see light in this darkness in my life. So please help me, no?" And then Mother opened the door, and he was so charged with joy, and the life was fulfilled. And actually that transformed Padma Vinod, and he became later on a great saint. So spirituality, they can transform, they can touch, they can look, and give that unconditional love, and people can get up of their own imperfections. So that is the greatness of the avatars. So they not only say, we can give advice, find your own fault, does not mean anything to anyone. But when it comes from Mother, it comes from Christ-like person, sin no more, that has an impact, and that gives a message to the whole world of us, to what to see, what is the purpose of life, how to get to that unconditional love, how I can love the whole world. Love in the world cannot come looking in the diversity. Unless we find the unity behind that diversity, that love will be conditional. I like this, I like that, because that is the way our mind is created. But when mind becomes purified by this touch of this holiness, by the blessings of this holiness, then a person becomes God-like. So we find that their words, the Christ said, "Blessed are the pure in heart." Pure in heart. What is that? For they shall see God. You need not have to do anything but be pure and you will be your God. Christ, look at his life, his purity incarnate. There is no blemish in the life. And what is the sign of purity? That is a dedication for all. He dedicated his life for the humanity. He knew fully well what is going to happen, who will betray, everything known. But still, he went into it, through it, to take away all the garbage which we have in our human mind. And that's why he called, he is the Redeemer. Incarnations come, they redeem. They take away our all imperfections, impurities, at the cost of their own suffering. Holy Mother, people used to come and touch her feet, and after they go away, Mother used to wash her feet. It's a burning sensation all over the body. With the Ganga water, he used to wash the feet again and again and again. And one day said, "Oh my, it's so much pain." It's not blaming the person who have touched, but she is saying it is a pain, because it is the karma will have to bear. No, if my karma is bad, and if you take away my karma, my account will be zero, but your account will be minus that much. So when Mother or Christ, they take our sin, they will have to suffer. It's a law of karma, and it has been said by God himself. So he says that when you are embodied, it will happen. That karma is there, good or bad, will reap its good and bad effect. But they suck. They take away the karma. That's why Ramakrishna said in one place, "Ami karma nasha." I am the destroyer of karma. I am the French territory. In those days, French territory means British rule was there, so people can get into the French territory, so the British rule will not apply there. That means you went to the zone of freedom, from the world of bondage. So Ramakrishna said, "I am Ami karma nasha." I am the destroyer of all karma. As I said, this karma or bad karma, when someone takes away, we become free. And they have to suffer. Karma nasa, parastanga. So to be in the land of freedom, either we have to work ourselves or we have to give it to God. That's why spiritual struggle every day goes, surrender, surrender, surrender. Christ talks about surrender. Holy Mother talks about surrender to God. When we surrender, then our things go to Him. But when He is now in the transcendental level, they have always connection with the infinite source of joy. So they don't suffer. But when they are embodied, it goes to the body. So Christ suffered, Buddha suffered, Rama suffered, Krishna suffered, Ramakrishna had cancer, all. And Christ, the greatest example, suffered in cross. It's not a matter of joke to think about that. Who can take my suffering and suffer himself to the cross, to the brutal killing? And what we see, that time Christ said, "Oh Lord, forgive them." So what a love! Can we comprehend this intense love, unselfish, unconditional? At a beat of that we cannot understand. That at the point of cross, He's saying, "Oh Lord, forgive them. They do not know what they are doing." No. But forgiveness, praying for forgiveness, to take away their sin. That's why it's called He has been incarnated for that. Holy Mother was incarnated for that. That's why we find in the life, as we said, He is Christ exemplified here, and how He has misunderstood every day while He was teaching. But at the cross was the final dedication there, and she just gave up the body for the good of all, for the redemption of all. Holy Mother used to suffer every day. People used to come, do like that. And one day she said, "Oh, I cannot bear it at all, so much pain. But don't tell." And again he warns his attendants, "Don't tell it to Swami Sarvadevananda, because Sarvadevananda is bodyguard. He will then stop everyone coming to at all to mother. Her motherly heart, next point says, don't tell. Okay, I am suffering, that's okay, it is no problem. Don't tell Sarvadevananda, otherwise he will stop everyone's coming over here. So this is the condition, though suffering herself, but thinking of the others who need that help, not considering at all for their own personal gain. And if we find that how they come down to the level, they can talk to Vivekananda like people, personalities, Swami Sarvadevananda like world-renowned scholars and philosophers, people, and she can manage the ordinary people like a ordinary dacoit, a burglar, highway robber, and with equal sameness and giving unconditional love. We hear in the life of Holy Mother that she is going, people from Calcutta, they have come to Jairambati to see Mother, to have a holy association with Mother. And they found that Mother is carrying the bundle of load of vegetables collected from another next village in the early morning before sunrise, and trying to carry them because there is no other person to carry. She is carrying herself on her head and that load, and then preparing the meal, making them eat and make their life comfortable. In the material plane. In the spiritual plane, just one incident. M, the writer of the Gospel of Ramakrishna, he went to Jairambati, the birthplace of Holy Mother. And when he was there, naturally it is a holy place, so he was doing meditation and prayer sometimes. So sometimes he is late for lunch. So Mother asked, "Oh, I didn't find you, where are you?" "I was meditating here." "Why to meditate? You come over here. I will do everything for you. Here you come, eat, sleep and enjoy your day." Oh, what a concession, no? You did not have to do anything, you come here and just enjoy yourself. Your meditation I will do. Physical level, spiritual level, and all the levels of human existence, she fills up and gives us the right guidance. Her unconditional love flows in that way. This holy organization was created, and she said that how much I cried and cried to the Lord to bring something, a good house, a home for the wandering monks, who are the direct disciples of Ramakrishna. This Vedanta movement started there with their life. So she is the mother of this entire Sangha, the whole spiritual organization. She is guiding force and always giving the right direction to every heart, to this organization. Why she is so much important? Because this organization is for giving resources to show the path for freedom for everyone. Universal path of liberal path of following the spiritual tradition of ancient India, ancient spiritual sages, the Upanishadic statement in her own life, and how to implement them in their life. And that is a love, unconditional love for each and everyone, not considering his or her status or position in the society, good or bad. Good is my son, bad is my son. I am the mother of the good, I am the mother of the bad. So bad and good in the eyes of others, but in the eyes of mother, it is all the same. And her love flew. Similarly, we find in the life, whatever Christ did in the life, it is only for the good of humanity. Every bit of his life was dedicated to the good of humanity. And he says that Christ said in one place, everyone that is thirsty, come you to the waters, and he who had no money, come you buy and eat. You come buy wine and milk without money, without price. That means he is giving that you come to me, then I will give you, fulfill your all needs and desire. Physical need is not important, more for the spiritual end. So the universality of the teaching of Christ and their life gives us the idea that it is for their dedication, they are teaching us how we can be applying that spiritual lesson into our life to make our life peaceful and happy. How we can be free from all the entanglements in our life by learning how to love unselfish love, and love for love's sake, that unconditional love. It is only the pure heart they can understand this unconditional love. Sri Ramakrishna came, but he left Holy Mother behind. And he said, what have I done? You will have to do much more. And there we find that every day of Holy Mother's life was a lesson of the expression of this unconditional love and feeling the needs of everyone in any level. Well, even the mistakes which is done by, which is called in, it is the mistake someone has done some stealing. When everyone is trying to drive him away, Holy Mother giving recommendation. One boy, there is a story, there is one young novitiate joined in our mott. His name was younger Nogen, and he did some mistake, and his other brothers, brahmachari brothers, said that you did this, and we, Swami Abbot of our Sangha, which is Swami Shivananda, if he knows, then he will drive you away. And he got frightened, and he then left Belur Math and went to the village Jayanambati, walking 3 days or 4 days, and reached Jayanambati, and then Ma saw that no one could recognize he is a brahmachari, his cloth is dirty, hair is disabled, and have not got something to eat, maybe walking. And then he came and saw, and mother said, what happened to you? And he cried out to mother and said, I have done this, and I am afraid the Mahapurush Maharaj will drive me away from the Sangha. Then he said, okay, we will take care of that. So you now come and eat. Just like a loving mother, took care of the physical things first, gave him to take a shower, have some food, and rest, and stay 1 or 2 nights. And then she wrote a letter to Swami Shivananda. This boy, Nogen, probably have done something wrong. Please take him back. And with that letter, he was returned back to Belur Math. And when Swami Shivananda got this letter back, he wrote to mother, Mother, we are searching for him. Where did he go? It was great that he went to you, and you have blessed him. So we will take care of him now. And he personally called that brahmachari and said, you fellow, you went to the High Court to complain against me. That means the highest order. Swami Shivananda, the abbot of the Belur Math, is saying that mother is the highest. Her love, see, here is the question. How they can be accommodated to their spiritual growth and development, and how the Sangha can run in a way even to help the others serve the whole humanity in their own capacities. So we find that in Holy Mother's life, such incidents are, plenty of incidents are there, but her compassion, her unconditional love, which flows for everyone, taking away the sins of others, is the one characteristic, is a motherly characteristic. The mother does not mean it should be only feminine gender. Mother heart is the question, the emotion, the love, the unconditional love which flows. It is not the gender, but it is the love. So we find that when someone is coming, Swami Vivekananda went back from this country and went to go to salute Holy Mother, and he went and saluted and didn't touch her feet, but saluted and was like a child. He said, "Ma, by your grace I went to the West and I conquered them," like a child, a very proud child coming and reporting to mother. And mother said, "Yes, what you did, Ramakrishna is behind you and he is getting your work done." But he asked others to salute mother. And Swami Vivekananda said, "But don't touch her feet." And it is a beautiful statement Swami Vivekananda said. She is so much full of love and compassion, no? If you touch her feet, instantly she will take away your past, all your sins. And in lieu, she will be suffering in excruciating pain. But salute from a distance, but don't touch her feet. But mother was so kind. She was always open to everyone, and she will call people to do that, no? And this is the expression of the divine love and unconditional love. So we should learn from this, not only reading that they are great, not only knowing that Christ is great, not only knowing that mother is unselfish in giving her love, we should have to practice in our life. What we can do, very simple thing, to call upon God and to watch these things and how we can forget our own little self, and that the small self can be dedicated to the bigger self. Or taking a simple example like that, my child, if you want peace, my child, Holy Mother's statement, try to find your own fault. Don't see fault with others. Try to make the whole world your own. No one is stranger, my child. It is the highest Vedantic principle, what Holy Mother said, that this whole world is all the divine. It is all God's creation. You purify your mind and give up this tendency to only seeing the fault in others. There is fault. It is not that the world has no fault. It is full of good and bad. But we can focus on good side, we can focus on bad side. You see, the children, when they fight with each other, two children will tell I will tell my mom. Who is doing wrong, he will also say, I will tell my mom, and who is doing right, he said, I will tell my mom. So a mom is the common factor. Doing everything is this good and bad is our doing. When you understand that we want to real peace, as Holy Mother said, that it is Christ is also same, no? He's talked about peace. He is not a peace maker, but peace giver. So to find peace in life, this is the wonderful way of embracing everyone in the spirit, not as a human personality. Human personality will be full of good and bad. But we have to rise ourselves into another level where this human aspect will be ignored and the divine aspect in each one will be focused. And that is the grace of God is necessary, and He is there to give. We will have to open ourselves. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Want to say anything? Announcement next Sunday. Announcement.
For next next Sunday.
Vedarupananda.
It's Vedarupananda. His topic is on that. And then midnight meditation.
So next is our midnight meditation. Please come and join on 31st night at 11:30. Midnight meditation, and next Sunday, January 4, Swami Vedarupananda will be speaking on the topic the touchstone of the Veda, the touchstone of the Veda. And now we will have some question answer. If you have anything, we can talk about that after greeting you all. And I close with a chant of Holy Mother. Om Devi Prasanna Vadane Karunavatare Dibbo Jaladutimoyi Trijagadjanitri Kalyanakarini Barabhayodanoshile Matar Viraja Satatang Mamarhit Saroje Brahmasharupini Shive Shubhade Sharanye Chaitanyadayini Bhavam Buddhipata Netri Shanti Pradesu Vimale Sakalartinashe Matar Viraja Satatang Mamarhit Saruje. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Goddess with gracious smile, O Avatar of compassion, you shine with your divine glow. O Mother of the three worlds, you take care of our welfare and remove our fear. O Mother, dwell forever in the lotus of our heart. O embodiment of Brahman, most beautiful and auspicious one, our refuge, you grant spiritual awakening and take us across the ocean of the world. You are purity itself, the granter of peace and the destroyer of misery. O Mother, dwell forever in the lotus of our hearts. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. Meditation if you can, and also next Sunday talk by Swami Vedarupananda, the touchstone of Veda. Please come forward. Hello.
In India,
Ah,
do they have an image of the Christ with the Lamb as one of the images in the temples? Like we come here and we see Buddha and we see the
Yeah.
Christ and we see Ramakrishna. Do they have them?
India, though we have not that temple in our temple, because temple we don't keep many pictures, only maybe Ramakrishna somewhere, somewhere maybe Holy Mother, but some mostly maybe Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Vivekananda. But we celebrate Christmas in great respect. Online you can check. We do it. We sing carol songs. We do puja, worship, and reading of the Bible. All those things are done.
Is there a large Christian community there in India?
Large Christian community, they have their churches. People go there. They are also not very open to come to Hindu temple more. The more orthodoxy is there, because here, and the same principle of universality we talk about here and there, the same. But we can go there, but they to come here is a problem. All the dualistic religion, if you go to the dualistic religion, even in Hinduism, those who go to Mother Kali's temple, they don't go to Krishna's temple, because they think that is their ideal. And he is the Satchidananda Brahman. Ultimately everyone agrees that they are Satchidananda Brahman at the end. But this facet is Ma Kali, this facet is Rama, this is Krishna. So they are focused on their own, and that's good, so long they don't fight with each other. Christianity and Hinduism, only difference is that Hindus accept all paths as correct path to leading to the goal, but it is not the only son, only incarnation. That is the problem where it actually conflicts. Because you say, I say my path is the only path. Someone says my path is only path. So there comes the conflict. That's why Vedanta is very important there.
No, actually coming to her point, in Calcutta, there is a street called Park Street. That day on 25th of December, I was showing my Christian friends. So here, mostly people celebrate at their home or go to church. But even in the street, it's a huge celebration. In Calcutta, they call Park Street, and even in Belur Mott. So it's a big celebration. I was showing. If you go to YouTube, you can see that. Yeah, it's a big celebration. Thank you.
The celebration is done fully lighted.
Yeah, fully lighted and
Is it?
cake, especially the cake, that day my family was asking me, are you cutting the cake for Christmas? But yeah, they have a big cake. It's a big, yeah. They have their prayer celebration and or the get together. It's a big thing. Yeah, thank you.
Hi. So this is about your topic today, and I wish to impart the Divine Mother in my life, be very much within my own karma. At the same time, when I see somebody else suffering, I don't know when I should act and try to help support that person, and when to just accept them and say, okay, your karma, your...
Very good, wonderful. We should all do that. We should all do to everywhere is the divine. Only our eyes are shut down. We don't see the thing truly. God has created equally all of us in the same manner. I feel suffering the way you feel also suffering. I feel joy, you feel also joy. It's only the bodies are different, but the emotions the level of emotional outrage or its good side, bad side is the same. But that's why there is a mother, divine mother behind all of us. But we don't pay attention to the divine mother side, we pay attention to the other side. That's why Holy Mother's last word is a very, very powerful message. If you want to find peace, my child, condition, do you want peace? Christ said, blessed are the peacemaker, no? Do you want peace? Yes, we want peace. Then the path is that don't find fault with others. He is not saying that there is no fault. As I gave the example of the addicted, drunk person, full of other things are there. Not only drinking comes, other things also gets together and all that. But to the mother, it is my child. And that conquers, that love conquers the lower propensities also. It gives a lift to. So we should, but if I want to find peace inside, then we will have to take this path. Someone say, I don't want to peace, go on finding fault and fight day and night. And you accrue your karma also. Seeing bad, what is the benefit of who? Whose benefit? Bad is there, in me is there, in you is there, where no one is perfect. I lack in another side, you lack in another side. Who is perfect? Perfect is only God, or who have realized God. They are the perfected people. But what to do? I have to clear my way. Seeing the fault, I see the negativity and I make my mind negative. What we think, we become. You think of holy thought, your mind will be saturated with holy ideas and principles. You think something wrong, either you or me or wherever, if you keep it in negative thought, it will be negative. Mind is like water. You put it in a glass, it takes the shape of a glass. You put it in a bowl, it takes the shape of a bowl. And wherever in container you keep, it takes the shape of that. So mind is keeping, so how to keep the mind in that aspect where we can find unity in diversity, where we can find joy, and where you can share rather the sufferings of others. If you cannot do anything, pray for them. That's a great virtue. We cannot change the world. We have no power. I cannot change myself. What the question of changing the world? So focus should be how I can improve myself. And when I am in that process, I get pure, then purity will radiate around you. If we become evil, evil radiates around us. We see that some person is, seeing that person will be frightened, oh my God. And seeing some other holy person, you feel, oh wow. No? You feel this, your emotions will be aroused like that. So similarly, the purposeful life living is that to see the good in others. Negative is there, ignore that. Mother does not look at the child's fault. Mother looks at as a child, oh, he has done mistake. Okay, nothing. But for others, he has done mistake, he should be punished and he should be getting it. There is the question.
Yeah, I think of I think of like Durga, that quality of sometimes the mother needs to intervene and with sharp, fierce. So when to be that mother, when to allow that mother in me wanting to help in that way.
Yeah, then if mother does that not with anger. Even mother destroys the ego, the wrong things. With the sword in hand, we see the mothers, no? In Hindu, gods and goddesses have their sword. That is also motherly love. They don't destroy the child, but they destroy the evil tendencies of the child. Symbolic. And to correct others, if someone is responsible, yes, he will do that. But if he is not responsible, our responsibility is to improve our character. So we will do our best. Avoid that person who is too evil, too negative.
Pranams Maharaj. You mentioned that Holy Mother was suffering a lot when in the body because she was taking the karma of other people, but now they're in the transcendental realm, so that suffering is not happening.
No, that is happening. But that will not affect their bodies because they have no physical body.
Oh, it is happening.
Yeah.
Okay. My question.
They are there now. Even if they can come to your vision. We call darshan, mystic vision. They are there. She is here.
I guess this answers the question that I was going to ask, which is if their power lessens when they're no longer in the physical body, because there's so much effervescence and energy when they're in the body. Does the power lessen when they're no longer in the body?
No, power does not lessen, rather it becomes universal. Power was limited in a body. Those who got close to Mother, got her grace, they only got. Now we can also get far away, but there is no far or near because Mother is everywhere. One point is that suppose Mother was there and I am in another place, so I cannot go and touch her feet or get her blessings, and so many obstacles are there. But now you can see here itself, call upon her, she is here. God is like, I give the example, very common example again and again. You know, in this room, where we are sitting now in this temple, all the waves are there, no? All the phone calls, you can catch it here. All the television channels are here, is it not? All the conversation going on can be caught here. Only you need an instrument and to tune it, no? Suppose the television channel 20 is here or not? 30 is here or not? 10 is there or not? All the global information is here and now. But I don't see. Now being one television set and tune it to that channel, see what is happening? Similarly, we have to tune ourselves in God consciousness, and then in that channel, you will see that channel, what is going on in that channel. That's why Hindu's system of Vedanta philosophy is that mind rises from one level to the other level, to the other level, to the other level, and chakra. No? As it travels from one chakra to another chakra, whole vision, world of vision goes up, different world. And that is here. Only we have to train our mind to make an upward journey and look back inside here. Who is here? What is here? Who is speaking? Who is moving the hands? Who is watching? Who is questioning? Is the mouth? Is the hand? Is the brain? Or something else? Analyze, and you see, you will have to come back to one point. You call it God, you call it Mother, you call it Allah, you call it Brahman, matters little. Don't have to be confused with that. Holy Spirit, we say, no problem. We say Avatar, you call the Son of God, no problem. So only to tune ourselves into that consciousness. Christ has not gone anywhere, now he is here. Ramakrishna's disciple, Ramakrishna had the vision of Christ. Swami Brahmananda had the vision of Christ. Brahmananda Swami was in South India and one of our American lady, he met Swami Vivekananda. He was then visiting Madras. Sister Deva Mata, her name. So she was, the Christmas came. So Swami Brahmananda said, sister, please arrange for a Christmas party at your home. So she was very excited. She arranged for all the Christmas, whatever available, and then both of Swami in charge of the Madras Mott, and Swami Brahmananda, the president of the order, a highly spiritual person, Ramakrishna's disciple, Ramakrishna's spiritual son is called. Powerhouse of dynamo of spirituality. Both of them went there, and then the service started. Someone is reading the Gospel, a Bible, Sermon on the Mount, according to Mark or Matthew, I do not know what is here they're reading, that part. And suddenly Brahmananda was looking at Christ and transfixed, eyes transfixed, and that atmosphere changed, and the reader stopped reading with awe and reverence. What happened? You know? And then afterwards, after some time, he looked down and said, hey, finish your reading. And the reader finished the reading part. And then afterwards he said, where is the Christmas offered food? Bring everything for us. So all the goodies and things, whatever, that started taking and saying, Brahmananda said, oh sister, I have a blessed time today. Christ came with a long black cloak, and I talked with, conversed with him for a long time. See? Christ appeared even now to Brahmananda. And then the feeling, the presence, not only he said, it was a blessed moment. I had a long conversation with Christ. He was appeared before me in a cloak, in front of all. Others don't see, but Brahmananda saw, and that then they could relate why the atmosphere was suddenly so calm and serene. This is called Christianity. We are Christians in that sense. Who can see Christ? This order, Ramakrishna order, was established on this 24th of December. Why? How? Christ was a representative of renunciation. He was a monk. He has no home. And this 24th December, Ramakrishna's disciples, they are then young boys, they have no home, they are all renounced their hearth and home, where to stay. They are living in Calcutta in a dilapidated house, haunted house, because it is cheaper to rent haunted house. And then they were sitting there, and then one day they came to a village which is called in Bengal, artful name. And then what happened? There, all these brothers who came, they are very much steeped into meditation, prayer, japa, reading, studying, talking about God, 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 God. So one night they did not know, there is no calendar. In the village they didn't carry any calendar or anything. So one day suddenly Swami Vivekananda said, let us have a dhuni fire. Dhuni fire means you take fire, firewood, and put fire and sit around that fire and meditate. That's the dhuni fire. It is an ancient tradition of India. The sadhus, the holy people, they do meditate like that around dhuni. And now they all started meditating, and they were in the fire in the midnight, and night is so dark everywhere, and the fire of the dhuni is so palpable, and all are sitting around, about 9 of them, and they are meditating. And suddenly Swami Vivekananda became very inspired. And he highly started speaking about Christ, how Christ gave his life for the good of the humanity. And he was a monk, he renounced everything for the good of humanity. And let us take a resolution, we will not go back home. We will be together to two purposes, for our own salvation and for the redemption of the whole world. Atmana mokshartam jagat hitaya cha, for the good of the world and for the emancipation of my own soul. So we will dedicate our life. And that was dedicated whole night. Swamiji continuously talked about Christ, Christ's renunciation, his disciples' renunciation, how the order was started like that. So enthused, no one knew why Swami Vivekananda became so animated. And then next morning they came to know it was 24th of December. So this Ramakrishna tradition has a deep connection with Christ, and we really mean it. It is not show, it is really in our heart. And we look upon Christ as another incarnation, and Ramakrishna is the same incarnation came again. God comes again and again whenever need, whatever need in the time of need. What need is that time? Christ came another time when there was a need was different. And same Christ has come in this 21st century with a different need, different message. Core message remaining the same, but the message apparently different message. Harmony of religion, how to bring that Vedantic principle of oneness in all. So like that. So whatever we have to do, we have to practice in our life, that's the point. Vedanta emphasizes it is not talk, it is not weekend religion, it is it is not Sunday church going religion. Then whole week I went to 11 o'clock for a sermon, that's the spirituality. No, it is 24-hour spirituality. Every moment you think that you are a child of God, every moment you think God is with you. Every moment try to serve others and God is there. So these are this practice, intense practice, that for this is the purpose of this organization. It is a spiritual organization only for that purpose. So anything more?
Head on. Okay. It's kind of a comment, I guess. I feel like there's been many times in my life where I think I'm being unconditional, but there's really conditions that have been conditioned in kind of colonial way, colonization, like that we need to make something better for someone. That's conditional. That's not unconditional. It's with the ego. I think my ego, if I think I'm giving so that they can be better, that's about me and my
but
ego.
That should not be. Our idea, you give with humility and give you that I'm serving you, not giving mandatory order. I am serving you.
Yeah.
And if you like, you take. If you don't like, you don't take. That should be with ego. If it is done with ego, it is no spiritual practice. Swami Vivekananda said, let the giver kneel down and the receiver receiveth and bless. Receiver will bless the giver. I have given you the opportunity to serve me. Opposite way. The giver who is serving, who is actually giving anything, with humility. That's our ancient Upanishadic training. Shraddhaya deyam, ashraddhaya adeyam, hriyadeyam, bhiyadeyam, sangvidadeyam. Indian philosophical ideas is so grand You cannot find any loophole here and there. He says, if you want to give anything, Shraddhayadhyam, give it deep devotion and love. Hriyadhyam, with fear. Am I doing anything wrong and I am giving rightly? That means with humility, with honor, with dignity, you have to give someone. Ashraddhaya, if you have no faith, you have no trust, adhyam, don't give. Don't show your charity there. Thank you all. Okay, we are all done. Then we can think of God now for some time. Meditate.